that's interesting. What happened with this guy? With what's his name? Listen, I don't even listen. I'm not even a football guy, so I see that everybody's talking about it, but I don't even know if is this real news? Is this really like something that really happened, or it's because I don't see it on I see it on a lot of everybody's talking about it, but I don't see I mean, some news sources. You see what I mean? Let me go. Let me find on France 24, for example. Placed under formal. Oh, that was something else. Oh Lord. Abouk will not receive part of her ex-husband's fortune. She was asking for half of his assets and fortune, but she was surprised when she learned that he has nothing in his name. The beneficiary was none other than his mother, who has been receiving his wages on her bank account for several years. Although the news has caused a stir in Spain, France, and Morocco, it has also been known that Abouk is not in a situation where she needs a part of her ex-husband's fortune to be able to make ends meet, as she has a fortune of her own. Okay. Because she herself is a very famous actress, right? Wow. I see people praising Achraf Hakimi after his divorce move, calling the wife a gold digger. She is an established model herself, and those two have 2 kids together. The wife left because he was cheating and bringing women in their Boulogne home, and are allegations too. She has a reported net worth of about 2 million and would have received 8 million of his own assets. I don't know, listen. Damn, 250,000 per week, 215,000 per week, yo. So in 2 weeks, you have 430. In 1 month, you have 860. Yo. Okay. In her career, she already has made a lot of money. So, listen, masterclass. The thing is this. If you want to know my full opinion about that whole debacle, I don't know them. I don't know their lives, and I don't know, and I'm not here to judge if she was well, you know, nowadays people don't need proof, but I personally have no clue. Like, those people really loved each other. Those people had 2 kids together. Is this a situation of a woman that, you know, you have 2 million, but you want more, and you are thinking, yo, I give you 2 kids, I've spent 4 years with you, and I'm pissed at you because this can happen too, and yeah, I want to take half of your shit. If she was in the US, she could, but in Europe or Spain, it's different. But is this one of these situations where she wants half because everybody's telling her that she deserves it, or she wants half because she's angry at you and she wants to hurt you, or because she has two kids with you and she believes that her body went into changes that are permanent because she gave you two kids, and yeah, she deserves to stay on the same level of life after you. Or is it the fact that you just don't trust people for whatever reason, and yeah, you like, no, I made my money myself and I don't want to share it with you, and whatever my kids need I will pay, and the rest has nothing to do with you. If these people were in the US, the conversation would be completely different. The judge will be like, everything goes to the wife half of it plus X amount. Since you make $200K per week, all right, every week you're gonna send $50K to these kids. That's in the US, where the justice system, when it comes to divorcing and stuff, is really against men most of the time. Listen, it can be some evil person that feels like, yo, I built this myself, you came here, you were my ride or die, but now if you want to leave, you're not leaving with my money and I don't care. Like, I don't want to judge people and what happened in their lives, because I wouldn't want personally, I mean, you don't have a choice anyway, but when you're in a public figure, the limelight, but we can all be in this situation, us married people, when we build something and we have to think about it, right? To give you an example, for me, I own, I don't know, probably 500 or maybe more masters, which is, every master is a song, and every remix is a different, different remix is a different version of, is still a different master, right? So if I release 10 remix singles and every remix single has 10 remixes, so that's 10 masters, it means that I release 100 masters, right? So I probably have, if I count all the remixes that I did the last 10 years, I probably have around 1,000 masters that I own. Some of them generate a little bit of money. Some of them, like Something Going On, generate a lot of money. And I've received emails from companies that are trying to buy this song, just that song, because they see how popular it is. And some people want to give me some serious money. I'm talking about like 6 figures number just for the song. And imagine you have a song or a catalog that is generating you 10 to 15,000 euros every month. And then you know that you built this by yourself. Yes, there were the singers or the beat makers, etc., but you know that this is your vision and you working on that, right? You get married, you get with somebody for 10 years. Like I met my wife 10 years ago, almost. So we've been together for almost 10 years. We have a beautiful kid. We've been married for 3 years, almost 4. And now we divorce. We decide to get separated. And she goes to her lawyer and she says, yeah, I mean, he makes $15,000 euros every month. I want half of it, I will feel a serious way. I will feel a way because I will feel that I built this. I was the one staying here at night, working, doing club Shada, etc., etc. And you think like she wasn't there when I did those 291 episodes, or when I recorded all these songs. So if I had to lose half of my work for the last 30 years of the music I created, and lose half of it, I would feel a serious way. Of course I would feel a way. I personally would prefer that if we separate, and you know, the way you separate with somebody has a real, it has a real consequence on how it's gonna end up. Because I've been seeing it with some family members divorcing, others divorcing, friends divorcing, or some separations are good and some separations are bad. So if you tell somebody, listen, we're gonna separate, we have a kid together, I'm gonna continue paying everything that this kid needs. Holidays, plane tickets, school, food, clothing, whenever you want her to go have fun, movies, etc. I'm gonna continue to pay everything, and because I want her to live in a good neighborhood, whatever, I'll pay you the rent in wherever you go. You want to stay not far from us, you want to go somewhere else, I'll pay the rent. For example, I believe that I would rather sit down and make sure that things are done right rather than go to a lawyer. But I know personally that I'm a responsible ex-boyfriend, especially when we have kids. The mother of my son and I, we see eye to eye on things. I know what I have to do. I know what I have to pay. She knows what she has to pay. A lot of things I pay, a lot of things she pays. And whenever she needs me to pay something or to do something, I do it because we have an amazing relationship. We are not at war with each other. And I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know, because we don't know why a relationship ends. I believe that when a relationship ends, the reason why a relationship ends might also change the dynamic of why or how the conversation is going to be. I have somebody that I know very well that was with somebody for more than 15 years, and those people, you never thought that they would separate, but then all of a sudden the divorce was horrible. And that person that we knew for so long just started acting so differently, so strange, started lying, and started being about the money, started like, hey, I want this and I want this. And the lawyer, and you were like, yo, who's this person? I was looking at my friend, I was like, you had 2 kids with that person. What's going on? Like, why can't you guys have been together for so long. Why can't you sit down and talk? Because you can decide for you. You cannot decide for the other person. It's something, listen, it's something, if I learn something about relationship, about love, about, you can only decide for you. You can decide for you if when you leave this house, you're going to be a faithful person, if you're going to do this, the way you're going to talk to other people, the way you're going to put yourself in situation that can lead you to the wrong things. You can only decide for you. You cannot decide for the other person. I've been with enough people to realize that. We all believe that we can control the other people because we love them so much that we don't want to lose them. So because we don't want to lose them, we think we have a grip somewhere. But in reality, they can do whatever they want once they are outside, or when you're traveling, and same for you. So the faith that keeps you two together can be tested. Because nobody, like, people can do mistakes, and it's gonna be how you react to these mistakes that will decide the fate of the future. So you can be in this situation where, yeah, you did everything right, or you tried to do everything right, but the other person, imagine you here, everything is fine, da 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 da. You with your husband, everything is nice, everything was good, and then he's tired of you. And yeah, he start being stupid, he start ignoring you, or he starts going out all the time with and having new numbers call him, and all of a sudden you are now sad and angry. And maybe now you become revengeful, and then now you start asking stuff that you always said you didn't care about. But it can also be the opposite situation. You there, and with your wife, everything was cool, and all of a sudden she fall in love with somebody else. And what you gonna do now? Are you gonna continue saying that, now me, you know, man, when it's over, I treat people right, I would do this, I would do that? Or maybe inside, with the angriness and the emotion, you might take some stupid decision, or some decision saying that you don't deserve X, Y, Z. So that's why I don't judge. I can comment on some situation, but I try to not judge people or say, oh, the guy is a hero because he did that, or the girl was a gold digger, whatever, because I don't know them. Some people, we know them. Some people, we see them from far. Those ones, listen, before these 3 days, I had no clue who they are, both of them. Listen, I'm not a football guy, so I don't know who's who. But listen, the mother of my child was married to a football player, and she had her second kid with a football player. And when they divorced, I was talking to her, and I was like, so what you gonna do? Like, what do you want from him? Do you want, like, how is he gonna support your daughter? And she was like, I don't want nothing. I was like, why? And she was like, no, I don't want nothing from him. And listen, I was not for him for that. And listen, I can take care of myself. I was, yeah, I know, but I'm not saying like, yeah, do something. Like, it was just a conversation of, yeah, I mean, he should maybe, you know, like, give you a certain amount. Maybe you should go see a judge just to secure X amount per month for your daughter. And she was like, no, I don't want nothing. I was like, wow, okay. And listen, she's doing fine by herself. That's true. She's an entrepreneur. She's good. But at that time, like 10, 12, 30, I don't remember how long it was, but that's a long time ago. But I was like, you know, make sure that you are all right. And because I know a lot of friends too, I know a lot of people that they got with the wrong guy, and they had kids with people who don't care at all, who don't do nothing for their kids. I know people like that as well. And when you tell those people, go to a lawyer, I can find you one, they're like, no, I don't want, I'm not, thanks, Joel. Some people will say, no, I don't want, some people don't like the drama. And some other people, they don't care. And listen, some people, they want the money. Some people, they believe that, yeah, maybe I was not there every night when you were recording Club Shada. Maybe I was not there when you were recording your songs every night, but I was there in the other room, and I was not complaining that you were not in my bed, and I was not this, and I was taking care of your daughter, and I was taking her to school in the morning when you were sleeping because you slept late to do your show. That was my part. And for that part, I deserve X. And I understand every position because I believe that every position is unique. And most people tend to comment on others people's situation from the point of view of their situation, how I would have done it, how I conduct myself, or how I believe a couple should be, etc., etc., etc. But in reality, we are all trapped in our unique situations, all of us. And if you have enough life experience, you realize that life is not about like what is written in the books. Life is about what is lived. So of course, once you've seen 1,000 situations, you can see patterns and you can start realizing that some situations are more or less the same, of course, but there still is a kind of uniqueness about everybody's situation. So until we know why this guy from all these years has been sending his money to his mom, like, is he a guy that is just so untrusty and not trusting nobody that he's gonna do it like this? Is it because he was scared of that woman from the get-go, or just women in general? Or is it because he knows that he's, some people, they do it not because of the wife. Sometimes they do it for other reasons, fiscal reasons, this and that. Maybe the where the mom lives, the taxes that she pays are different than him. Like, there can be so many reasons. I remember for example, the way Jeff Bezos divorced his wife of years. It was kind of an amicable one. He was like, listen, I'm gonna give you 24 billion worth of Amazon shares, but those shares don't have voting power, meaning that you cannot come in my business. I'm gonna still have the decision power, but we're gonna give you some shares with no voting power, but they will be worth 24 billions. If it's all right with you, we good. The kids are grown, and let's make it cool. Go be with your yoga trainer. I'm gonna be with that model here, and let's stay friends. I believe that every separation is better when it is removed from the emotions. We try to stay practical, and we try to be fair. Personally, when it comes to separations, I believe that the art of separation is as important as the art of getting together. A lot of people, they separate messy. Me personally, I don't. Of course, there's some people that I lost. I don't know where they are, but I tend to have great relationships with the people that I separate with. Of course, it's not the same thing as a wedding, but I mean, if you are with somebody for 2-3 years and you separate, I believe there's an art to that as well, to making sure that the relationships are good, to making sure, especially when there's kids involved. Personally, I care more about the kids than the money thing. I believe that the most important is the kid feeling safe, feeling loved, and understanding that it's not their fault. When some people, they're gonna use the kids, they're gonna listen. All these things, I don't agree with that. You angry? Okay, cool. The kids have nothing to do with that. Don't put them in there. Don't use them. Don't use them as an alibi. Don't use them as an excuse. Don't use them as a weapon. If you can do that, yeah, we can have a nice separation. Listen, I'm not a multimillionaire, but when I get there, I know that personally, if in the event that I don't hope will happen, but if it ever happens, I'll make sure that my kids are fine first of all, and then if my kids must be fine, it means that their mothers must be fine. Meaning that, listen, I got 2 kids from 2 women. Even if one is fine, listen, if I have a lot of money, first thing I do, I call both of them. I said, okay, I'm gonna buy each of you one apartment so that my kids are in the right place. Some people would say, why would I buy an apartment for somebody when I know that she's gonna have guys going there, right? Because now we separated. Me personally, I will first think about my children. I will say, listen, I can put it on your name, or I could put in the name of my of the children or something. But all I would, if I was mega rich, oh listen, buying you an apartment, look for something. Your budget is X 100,000 or 1 million or whatever. Tell me where you want to live. Make sure that you have a place to stay and everything is fine. Make sure that the kids are in fine school, etc. And we're good. And let's stay a family. Let's stay a family. Like, personally, with the mother of my son, we still consider ourselves family. Us 3, we are family. Her family is my family, and this will never change. The first people that my wife met when 10 years ago were the family of the mother of my son, and we were not together for 10, 14 years already at that time. So maybe 10 years. So me, I'm like that. I believe that the family unit should never be broken, even when people stop loving each other and they want to go their separate way. I try always to keep the family unit. Of course, you're going to have some times of grieving and people are going to be sad, angry, whatever. But I try to arrive there where at a point we've known each other for so long. Let's stay brothers and sisters. But it's something you can only do if you're lucky to have the right people. So you have to know how to choose the people too. Some people are going to choose people knowing that, and you believe that it's never going to be over. But when you see them, you're like, yo, that person would be a horrible ex. So, you have to know how to choose your exes. You don't want to have a bunch of psycho ex that leave messages on your YouTube channel calling you all types of strange names. Listen, that one, trust me, she wanted a baby. That psycho one. And there was an alarm telling me, don't do that. Don't do that, because this one is going crazier by the day. As much as you see her, a lot of things are not making sense. And if you have a baby with that person, it's for life. So yeah, listen, a lot of people, they don't think about all that. They want to do it raw, and then they have baby with all kind of stupid guys or stupid girls or crazy people. Me, I'm like, oh, let me have a baby with people that I know that even when it's over, we're gonna make a good job as parents.